Hi Pies fans, we are from Lulie Street, brought to you by Subway, coming to you after another massive win at Vic Park on Saturday. Bebs, undefeated down there this year. You would have played down there, seeing as you're quite elderly. What was it like playing in front of the Magpie Army at Vic Park?
Thank you, Wags, for mentioning that I'm elderly. Vic Park is a beautiful ground to play at. It's got nice wide wings, so if you're a forward, you've got lots of space to get out on your bike.
You need to kick a few majors down there for sure.
I try to, but look, it's working really well for us at the moment for VFL, and hopefully we can keep that up when we get back there.
Okay, if you haven't played down there, but you managed to sneak down on Saturday, what did you see?
Wouldn't have missed it for the world, Wags. Yeah, cold day down at Vic Park, and obviously as you saw there, the boys just paying tribute to what happened earlier on that weekend. But you know, a great game. The boys have been in fantastic form the last few weeks, and this game was no different. Got away to a great start against a really quality opposition in Sandringham, and you know, managed to hold on for a tight victory in the end. But it's great to see Brodie Grundy, who was back from injury, and we'll touch on him a little bit later on.
Yeah, he copped a knock early, which made him go down and then spend a little bit of time on the bench. But I'm not glad, but considering what happened with him a couple of weeks ago, that knock really put him into perspective on how he can receive knocks with that neck injury.
As we see there, the last goal of the game, Youngie just the unselfish, just crossing it over to Paddy Carnesis, who finished off in the goal square. And as you said, it was a great win by the boys because Sandringham were coming home hard, but we managed to hold on to a 2-point victory.
Yep, there you can see the goal scorers there with Abbott 3 and Carnesis with 2. Look, it was a tight game. I'd love to win a game with more of a margin.
Got to keep you on your toes, Babs.
Yeah, absolutely. But there was opportunities there in the second and third quarter to put a bigger gap on them. Which was disappointing in the end, but winning is the main priority. Well,
they're the ranking points, usual candidates up there. One I want to touch on is Paul Seedsman, Pibs, coming back from the AFL. How did he go?
Seedy went okay. He played in the wing, and look, his run and his drive was really good, but just needs to capitalise on some other opportunities for him to get a cemented AFL spot every week.
Good. Now, VFL reporter Sam Gaston is at Vic Park, where I believe he is crunching some stats after the weekend's game. Sam, what do you have in store for us today?
Thanks for that, guys. Well, I'm just compiling the stats here from today's show. It's been a good effort from most of us so far. Saturday afternoon, it was another impressive performance from the VFL Magpies against Sandringham this week. It was a 10-point victory, and after the match, I caught up with Coach Dale Tapping.
Got off to a really good start in the conditions and really controlled the game for the most part of 3 quarters, and certainly know they were going to come at some point, and yeah, they got a little bit of momentum through the middle of that last quarter. They did a couple of different things with sort of numbers behind the ball and pushing a couple through. But we sort of got that sorted out, and we sort of rested a bit of momentum back.
12 points there, Wags. Thoughts?
Oh, I think Sam Gaston should just leave the stats to Luke Mason. It's a bit amateurish the way he's done that, but I guess he has his point of view. That's all right.
Stiff, mate. Got a lift. As we saw, it was really cold conditions down at Vic Park, but still managed to get down there. Didn't stop the fans from coming out, and we caught up with Jared for his fan vote.
My 3 votes for today are for Ben Maloney. Very good and courageous player. Good kick and good mark. 2 votes to Brendan Abbott. Very good kick, good mark, good on the lead, got good hands. And my first vote goes to Ben Sinclair. Good run off half back, good pace on the wing, gets the ball and distributes very well with both foot and hand.
Good kicking and good marking is good football. My fan vote goes this week to a guy who didn't necessarily get a whole lot of possessions, but his impact on the game was huge. My fan vote, Subway fan vote, goes to Mason Cox. He had 8 disposals, 7 tackles for a big ruckman, and 29 hit-outs, and worked really well with Brodie Grundy in the ruck.
He must have lifted for the 4th of July celebrations.
I think he did. He squared off against his compatriot, Holmes, and they had a really good battle there, and I think they might have had a chat before the game about certain things. But look, his effort to contest and to bring that ball down for his smaller forwards was fantastic.
How's his skills going Obviously new to the game. He seems to be kicking it really well.
He does. He kicks it pretty well. There's a kick there in the first quarter where he took a mark about 60 metres out and he just waited for Paddy to make a lead. Paddy didn't lead, but Mason just put it in an area that made Paddy lead. And we in the box looked at it and go, that's something that a 100 gamer would do. So he's only played a handful of games. So he's progressing really well.
Yeah, he's coming along really well. Another big bloke that was great to see back as we go to the Comeback Kings was Brodie Grundy this week. Obviously had that scare with his neck a few weeks ago at training, and it was an unfortunate incident and it was a little bit scary for a while, but he came back and managed to play some really good footy. He just slotted back in like he hadn't missed much. He had 19 disposals, was prominent around the ground taking marks and with the hit-outs as well. Yeah,
as I said, he copped that knock early, and it's probably one of the best things. I mean this in the best possible way. It's probably one of the best things to happen, considering that he could receive a hit and then get back up and fight along. So he fought out really well. He was probably just a tad rusty early, but he got back into the game. The longer the game went, the better he was throughout the game.
Yeah. Well, Collingwood media caught up with Brodie after the game.
Played 3 quarters and yeah, I hadn't been out there for about a month, so it was just good to get out there and have a run around and yeah, just get my hands on the ball every now and again, which is nice. I was pretty upset with my injury, but it was also at a good time with the bye. I would have loved to have come back in, but you know, it's not a bad thing to have faith in the program, come back here. You know, whether it's going to be a week or 2 weeks, I'm not sure, and just come back and give them a reason to try and force my way back into the team.
As always, hashtag Lulie is trending worldwide. Today we have a tweet from Rowan CT. This one is coming to you, Pebs. How close is Matty Scherenberg? He was like the general in the last quarter when the game was on the line. Pebs. Shaz.
Yeah, a general at the Fortress, as the Vic Park is becoming for us. Shaz was really good, particularly really good in the first quarter. Read the ball really well from opposition kicks and created a lot of ball movement from the opportunities. He's playing a solid role in his defender and he's not far away at all. It's hard to fit everyone in the side of 22 for the AFL, but at some stage this year I'm predicting he will play AFL football.
He's got the capacity to go tall and small, doesn't he? Down
he does. He does. You know, if he's got the ability to play on a tall, as you said, and play on a small. So it's a matter of who you leave out of the AFL to put him in. So the future's good, but for some players it just might have to be about waiting their time.
We've got a big week coming up, Kath. Where are Footscray on the ladder compared to us?
Yeah, look, as we have a look at the ladder, obviously it was an important win on the weekend to go above Sandringham. We've climbed from 7th to 6th, and I think Footscray are just behind us, and their percentage is better than us. So, as it has been the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's another massive game for us to make sure that we can hold them off. So, down at Whitten Oval this week, 1 o'clock game, as I said, against a really quality opponent again. So, it'd be great if we can get some fans over there to support the boys.
Well, that's it for another week from us. I was just looking at our desk. I reckon it's a bit empty. Pies fans, if you've got anything that you reckon would fit nicely onto our desk, send it down to the Westpac Centre and we'll see if we can get it on for next week's show. But make sure you get along to Whitten Oval on Saturday to support the boys. We're on a roll. Go VFL Pies.